Statesmen Nation, here with Carly Schmalz, senior women's golfer out of Buffalo Lake, Minnesota. Appreciate you coming in for a little bit. We'll talk about golf briefly, as I said, and we'll talk about all the 16 questions she picked out here as part of the Statesmen 16. So, first off, busy week for you. You are also the student body president here at William Penn, so get to do all of the fun activities for homecoming, etc. So, and it looks like you guys have a massive list of activities to keep everybody entertained and have a lot of school spirit. So I guess just talk a little bit about that first off, and then we can talk actually about golf a little bit too.
Okay. Yeah, so this week is going to be crazy. It's homecoming week, so
Right.
Tonight we have Steph Pokemon. It's at 7 o'clock, and tomorrow is the Residence Life is kind of doing their pregame event, which they did a couple weeks ago.
Cool.
So we'll have snacks and food and
Cool.
different games. And then Thursday night there's funny T-shirts in the Union, and Thursday night there's laser tag, and then Friday night is a carnival in the pack.
Cool.
Yeah, and then
Very
Saturday's a football game.
Right, obviously.
Yep.
There you go. Well, very cool. Obviously, keeping yourself very busy with all of that in addition to the golf thing. I know you're also a double major, so another reason why you're a triple major. I'm sorry, I knew that was wrong when I said it. Triple major, and hence my next question. You sat out last year just because you needed to get yourself caught up and everything academically. So now that you're back on the course, just talk about that a little bit. I mean, I know you weren't exactly away from the team last year, but now that you're back into action, how does that feel and all that?
It feels great to be able to play again in competition for William Penn. Last year with the red shirt, we tried the playing unattached.
Right.
So I actually played in a couple home tournaments,
Right.
just unaffiliated with William Penn. So it's definitely great to be back out there playing for the team and with my teammates. And yeah, last year, wasn't a whole lot different, just not having that competition, but this year it's great to be back out there.
Yeah, definitely. Your last year playing and everything, you have a lot of season left, a little bit this fall and then all the spring. But I guess talk about the team and yourself and how you kind of fit in there. I mean, you guys have some good, a lot more than good experience back and everything, but I know a lot of good youth as well. So just reloading again for another title run, hopefully. But I guess talk about where you see the team right now.
The team's great. We've got so much diversity, but we all fit together really great.
Yeah.
We talk about drama with other teams, and we're a team that we don't have, a lot, and we're able to figure everything out before it gets too big, and it's just, we're not a team, we're a family.
Yeah.
And that's just wonderful to see, and we all feed off of each other, so the competition side of things it's great because we're the best that we can possibly be because we all feed off of each other.
Right, definitely. Your own game, you started off really well, won the first tournament of the year, been playing, kind of ups and downs, and that's how golf goes. I mean, you're not always going to shoot 72 out there, but talk about where you feel like your game is right now and what you feel like maybe you need to work on just a little bit.
Yeah, it's still developing. Yeah. The thing that I really need to work on is just keeping a level head throughout the entire day and knowing that I can always salvage something.
Right. Grind through, right?
Yeah, grind through it. Don't let the bad holes affect the next holes. So that's the main thing that I need to work on, and just hitting more greens. I don't hit a lot of greens.
Yeah, it's the whole thing of getting it right there in as few shots as you need, right?
Yes.
So you don't have to do an up and down from deep or anything like that. So you guys have one more tournament. I don't know how that's all set up, how many team or players you're taking down to Oklahoma, but if you're not part of that, best of luck the rest of the fall either way. Best of luck in the spring as we get into all of this fun stuff. And like I said, you've got a lot of season left to enjoy your senior year. So, but we'll get in, like I said, to the Statesmen 16 here. Right off the bat, Carly, what is your nickname?
Well, from the team, it's mainly Carl's. My roommate Miranda actually calls me just Carl. So,
right. just Carl.
Yeah, it's mainly Carl's though.
Right. Okay. Talk about why you chose William Penn 4 years ago.
I actually chose it 5 years ago.
Or 5 years ago, or whatever. I mean.
I came down as a junior in high school on a visit. Had some contact with Coach Rule. Really came down, talked to him, fell in love with the university. Actually stayed in Lewis with my parents that night, and Yeah, I just absolutely loved it and loved the town, and it's been the best decision of my life.
Definitely. Awesome. We talked about it a little bit, the family atmosphere of the team, which I'm sure is one of your favorite things. But what is your most favorite thing about the women's golf program?
My most favorite is definitely the diversity and just how we all come together, and we're just always pick each other up when we're having bad days.
Right.
And the family, all of it just ties together, and it's
definitely.
just great.
Yeah, the diversity. I mean, you got kids from here in Minnesota to Iowa kids to out in Europe, South Africa I've had before. So I mean, just all over the place. So you guys are definitely the melting pot for sure. If you could describe Coach Rule in one word, what would it be?
Passionate.
Yes. Definitely. What is your favorite restaurant?
I really like Chipotle, and that's something that came with being a part of this women's golf team.
Okay.
I'd never had it before I joined the team, and then we had it once in Minnesota. So
it's amazing, right?
Yep, it's great. Every time I go to Des Moines.
Yes. What's one place you'd most like to visit?
I'd really love to go to England.
Okay.
I don't really know why. It's just always been on my bucket list.
Yeah, very cool. What do you do in your spare time, if you have any spare time, to be honest?
Sleep. Sleep, homework, just kind of hang out and relax.
Yeah, sure, definitely. Like I said, it's got to be hard to even find a few random minutes there. All right, two-part question here. Who would you take with you if you were stranded on a deserted island, and what is the one item that you would take with you as well? So person and item.
I would take my teammate Miranda, just because she's really good with survival stuff.
Okay.
And she's really crafty and hands-on.
There you go.
And to bring one thing, I'd probably bring like a raft.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something very practical. I'm expecting a lot of answers of like, I gotta have my smartphone, because even though I feel like that's the answer, nobody would probably ever say it. Because you guys all have your smartphones on all the time.
Right.
All the time. What has been your biggest challenge thus far in your life or in your collegiate career, however you want to look at it?
Finding balance. Balance is a big thing that we talk about with the team, because especially with me with SGA and golf, and I work in the admissions office, and it all just piles together, and it's just finding that balance and prioritizing where it needs to be.
Definitely. What's the most played song on your iPod?
Anything Taylor Swift.
Anything Taylor Swift.
I love Taylor Swift.
If you could learn to do anything, what would it be?
I would try to learn every single language that I can travel.
Oh, there you go.
And be fluent everywhere.
Yeah, so you can go and not be like, I have no idea what you just said.
Right.
Totally lost. What's one thing that you learned in this past week?
Being able to keep a level head. We just had a tournament the last couple of days, and the second day, the first 9 holes weren't going my way, and I really got down on myself, and the second 9 I kind of picked myself up a little bit and cleared my head, and that was really something that, it's not just something I learned this past weekend, I've learned it a couple times.
Right, but you've implemented it better this past week, sure. Who in your life has been the most influential?
Probably my dad. He's had a lot to do with golf, and he pushes me to, be the best that I can be, and I think definitely my dad.
Sure. Do you have any pets?
I have a cat at home named Johan.
Johan,
yes.
There you go. What is one activity that absolutely terrifies you, and how much money would it take for you to actually do it?
Anything with spiders. I can't do spiders.
Just like my wife, yes, definitely.
And I don't know if I would take anybody to be in a room with spiders.
Does not happen.
Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, if money were no object and you could not be a professional golfer, what would your dream job be?
Anything that allows me to travel anywhere. It's one thing that I really want to travel, and if money weren't an option, I'd want to go everywhere.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. There you go. All right. Well, I'm sure and I know you probably talk to your parents all the time and anybody back home, but here's your chance. I'll give you a little shout-out time for everybody back home.
Hi, everyone. I hope everything's going great.
There you go. All right, Carly, thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate it. I know you're extremely busy this week, so I appreciate stealing 10 minutes of your time. But yeah, best of luck the rest of this week with homecoming. Hopefully everything goes swimmingly, and then the rest of your senior year. So,
thank you.
All right, thanks so much.